Hello everyone, welcome to Lotus Heart Tarot. I'm so happy to have you here. Let's dive right into your reading today and see what messages there are for Pisces today, Spirit. Gosh, guys, I do like to begin my readings by thanking those of you. It is an incredible amount of you. Honestly, I'm so blown away when I look at my analytics and I see how many people watch from beginning to end, and it's just, I'm very grateful. Thank you so much. And thank you to all of those who comment, who like, who share, who regularly stop by and say hi. I'm just so happy to have all of you and to be on this journey with all of you. I've learned a lot from you, and I thank you guys very much. Anyway, I could stay there for a while thanking you. I am very grateful. To those of you who are new to the channel, welcome, welcome. I hope that you will stay and find a message that resonates with you or something that brings you peace and clarity. And that if you do, you will potentially subscribe and join us on this journey. Just keep in mind, these are general readings, so take what resonates and leave the rest. A lot going on right now. So let's see. So we had Libra flipping over while I was reading, which is interesting. That is, of course, my sign, my sun sign, my rising sign, my Venus sign. I am a lot Libra. Okay. Wow, you're getting Libra and Aries with Divine Feminine in between. Interesting. And Aquarius on the bottom of the deck. And all these cards are not just Zodiac signs. So I feel like there is some importance to this. If these signs are not the signs of your person or important signs in your chart or important signs to you, it could talk about timing. Aquarius season is... Are we in Aquarius season? I don't even know what day it is, honestly, the date on the calendar right now. We may be in Aquarius season. We may have just started Aquarius season or be getting ready to. We're on the cusp of it. So this could be an important time where it feels like you are, see how she's holding this lamp? And I always associate the lamp with the hermit. And what's inside the hermit's lamp is the star, which is the card of Aquarius. And that is wish fulfillment, it's hope, it's optimism, it's healing. Whatever it is that is an aspect of Aquarius that you need, you may find it. You may hold it in your hand in Aquarius season. It says you are passionate about creating a better world for all, but as you extend your energy to the collective, remember to nurture your own well-being. Then you have Libra. Your diplomatic nature makes you a beacon of security and fairness, but within your quest for harmony, do not neglect your own needs. Wow, okay, so two cards saying do not neglect your own needs. And I believe yesterday, I feel like I got on a tangent about, even if you start off trying to find love for yourself or finding your own self-worth so that you can reunite with someone, or in relation to another person, that's okay. We don't need to judge how we get on the path. It's important to just get on the path and to be on that path. And some people, I do believe we have soul contracts with to lead us to that path. It's very, very, very important that in this life we find the ability to love ourselves wholly and completely and unconditionally. And then we have this Divine Feminine. Nurturing love, divine intuition, and creative flow are qualities of the Divine Feminine. May her wisdom guide you toward a life of compassion and harmony. Guys, some of you are elevating, some of you are loving yourselves, some of you are really like entering a new age. I keep hearing the song from the musical Hair. And ironically, it was actually photographing a version of a production of Hair that really started me photographing the entertainment industry. So like that was a big moment for me. And so hearing, it's like the age of Aquarius, that song. I don't know. There's something here where we're coming into wish fulfillment. We're touching something that like if you've been having a lack of hope or optimism about your life, you're finding it here in Aquarius season. If you are, you know, if it's a partnership or something to come, you've been aligning energetically, working really hard to align energetically with something in special or particular. It's like you're aligning with it. And I am getting that it may not take the form or the shape, or it might not be exactly what you thought it was going to be or whatever, but I almost feel this energy of being taken by surprise. Like, oh, whoa, here it is. You know what I mean? This is what it is. This is what it looks like. This is what it feels like. Interesting. Okay, then you have Aries. Your fiery passion fuels your actions and your determination lights the way. Remember though, patience can be just as powerful as haste. Ooh. Everything comes in divine timing. Stay in touch with your passion. Stay in touch with your desires. Keep them, you know, keep that channel open, right, to the divine, that crown chakra open with that vision, with that manifestation. But just remember, it doesn't just appear the moment you visualize it. It comes in its own time. It's hard to sustain that kind of drive. So remember that you're running a marathon, not a sprint, is kind of the energy that I'm getting. Guys, if you are attached to a certain outcome or to a certain picture in your head of what it's going to look like when you're happy or when something works out or when something comes to fruition, like if you're like, it's this person at this time in this way or how, whatever, you know, like remember all of those qualifiers. It's important to have a clearer picture and it's important to be able to feel how it feels to receive it. But at some point, clarifying things and quantifying things and being super specific becomes limiting. It becomes like, and also it becomes limiting to our vision, to actually being able to see what we have. Because it's like, okay, like for example, if I was manifesting a past person back into my life and the universe knew that that past person was never going to be able to rise up to meet the occasion, was never going to be able to meet my needs, right? But I really, in my humanness and in my ability, my inability maybe to stop caring for this person or to stop feeling their energy or, you know, to stop wanting to feel their energy or to move on or to, you know, to kind of sort of discipline myself to move on. I just wanted this particular person. And the universe sent, you know, a coworker or a friend or someone to me. I might not even find that person attractive because I'm not looking, I'm not asking myself, is this person attractive or not? I might not even open up to understanding or realizing everything that this person is bringing to my life, the stability, the security, the fact that they're always showing up, the fact that they're completely enamored with me. I might miss all of that. Because in my head, I'm so focused on the illusion that my past person's going to come, you know, going to wake up and is going to, you know, be able to show up. I might miss what's already there. And, you know, I definitely have heard many, many times, oh no, I'm open to anything that wants to come my way. I'm also open to my past person coming back. I'm open to everything. And I hear that, but then a lot of times when I look at the tarot cards, you know, I see that what we are familiar with, you know, it's like, it's the devil that you know versus the devil you don't know. It's like, my preference is the past person comes back. My preference is this person that I've already built this emotional bridge with and that I've already, you know, come to this place with. especially, I do think for Pisces, it's this kind of difficult to understand juxtaposition. It's difficult to understand for people that are not Pisces, where it's like you can fall in love very deeply and unconditionally, and that is your true nature. But it is hard once that has been shaken by the outside world. It's very hard for you to let people in. It's the process of falling in love, the process of trusting someone, the process of trusting your own emotions, the process of, you know, kind of letting it happen is pretty hard. So, you know, I do understand a tendency to sort of want it to be someone that you've already done that with, because it is so hard to do. And it is actually so hard for you to even find someone that you want to. But it's also made harder when you're leaving the door open for a past person. Do you see what I'm saying? Because you're leaving yourself this out. And there is ultimately, when you do that, a comparison between what you do know and what you don't know. Who you do know and who you don't know. And someone you don't know can't possibly stack up against someone that you do know, because you don't know all the little things about them that would make you completely fall head over heels. It's hard for you to actually give someone an actual chance when in the back of your mind you're thinking, well, I don't know, you know, I can find a million reasons why not. You know what I mean? Because we can all find that. It's an ultimate leap of faith, right? To allow ourselves to go down the path of falling in love with someone. And so I do feel kind of a stern warning here about that. Like, you know, just be mindful, you know, is this serving me? You know, asking yourself that. And only you can answer that question for yourself. And if it is serving you, how is it serving you? Is it allowing you to avoid emotional intimacy? Is it allowing you to avoid being uncomfortable? Is it allowing you to avoid facing something? I mean, I'm not saying that that's the case for all of you, and I'm definitely not passing judgment, and I'm putting this out there for you and you alone to ask yourself if you so choose. Because what I see is there is something coming in, and it with the star card and the destiny card on the, or not the star card, I'm sorry, but the card of Aquarius and the feeling of the star card with that. And the destiny card underneath it, this is a destined time for you. This is a moment in time. And it may not necessarily just be in love. Are you staying with a job that you hate because it pays the bills? Are you, you know, have you given up on, you know, working on your, you know, little side things that really inspire you and bring you a lot of joy? Have you limited yourself in some way? Because this is about releasing illusions, releasing, you know, any kind of limiting factor, and opening up to accept this moment now that is destined for you, that is trying to bring you abundance. It says, open your heart to receive the abundant love the universe has to offer. And it feels to me, I keep getting like whatever that is, like adding it, you know, did you guys ever have, one of my friends told me once that when you get a fortune cookie, you read the fortune, and then at the end you add the words in bed. You know, like every time you read a fortune, you just add that at the end of it, and like it's funny or whatever. Anyway, I just got like, you know, I'm open to receive the abundance that the universe has to offer, whatever that is, like adding whatever that is, like in bed after the fortune. I haven't thought about that in forever. I don't even know why that came up. But when you're talking about a fortune cookie, you're talking about destiny, and you're talking about Aquarius, you are aligning with a particular time where something is meant to happen for you, or is available to happen for you. All right, let's see what the fairies have to offer. I don't know, this is such a strange juxtaposition of cards. It's interesting too that Libra and Aries, these are opposite signs. They're both cardinal signs, and then you have this divine feminine energy in between. You know, it's kind of like equal measures of, you know, I mean, this is feminine energy, this is masculine energy. It feels like, you know, opening up to receive and a mix of also then, you know, going for it, but not expecting anything right away. You know what I mean? It's like just knowing that it's coming in time. Okay, you're getting transformation. This fairy tells you to surrender to a transformation in your life that's happening for your highest good. Embrace your transformation. The best is yet to come. Wow. On the bottom of the deck, you have moon energy. Surrender to the natural ebb and flow of life. If you're feeling confused, this fairy comes to calm emotions and to reassure you that peace of mind is possible. Sorry. You also, you know, the next moon, I believe, is the Aquarius new moon, I want to say. And it's coming soon. Something is coming soon. I keep feeling it. And you have this patience card. So it's like, I don't know, you might get the first hint, or you might, I don't know. It's something is happening. All right, let's see what the tarot. Ooh, I just shuffled and got the Ace of Cups on the bottom of the deck. Okay. For Pisces, please, Spirit. Okay. I got this energy right away. Something that you thought you lost is coming. You know, something that it's like you'd almost given hope on is coming. It is about vibrational alignment. Again, I keep getting this energy. It's like you may have even lost hope about this ever coming into your life, and now here it is. It's something's being revealed. I also get this energy of it's almost like a sudden shift in the way I'm seeing something, you know, and I'm going to give you just like a very broad stroke here. You know how sometimes you think, I lost something, and you're looking at it and you're going, like, you're so focused on the loss and the losing of it and the sadness of that and the just, you can get really deep into that energy of like, it's almost like kind of like poor me, okay? And no judgment. And then it's like your perspective shifts. And it's that moment where you go, wow, sometimes rejection is God's protection. Or, you know what I'm saying? It's like where it's like all of a sudden you have clarity on something where you realize, where you recognize that it wasn't meant for you and that you didn't lose anything. It felt like you lost something, but you had to lose it in order to gain something, in order to align with something else that is actually truly meant for you. You do have strong soulmate energy here with the Six of Cups and the Sun card. The Sun can talk about a reconciliation of soulmates, and actually so can the Six of Cups, not very strongly on its own, but paired with the Sun, certainly it can. It's also, you know, sixes are always about harmonizing, unity, you know, getting in the proper emotional alignment for what it is you want. And emotional alignment is critical to manifestation. So it's, you know, and then something being revealed, having complete clarity about it. It's like, oh, all of a sudden it makes sense to me why that didn't work out. It's not that it didn't work out, you know, like because I wasn't worthy, or because, you know, I was being punished in some way, or because I was being left out in the cold. It didn't work because that wasn't meant for me. And what is, and I know that now because I'm aligning with what is meant for me. And now I can see clearly that that really wasn't a loss. That was protection. And, you know, a lot of times these moments happen when we find the right person. You know, we're hung up on somebody, we're stuck on somebody because they were the best person we ever met till that point. Sure, they weren't perfect, but nobody is. You know, we tell ourselves all these things, right? But then when we meet the right person, all of a sudden it's so illuminated to us. Like, thank God that that didn't work out with that person, because, oh my Lord, what I have here is so much better. But when we get stuck on the illusion of somebody or what somebody could be or what we could have with somebody, if everything were to work out, then we can't see it. We can't align with it because we're still trying to align with something that's behind us and behind us for a reason, and not a match and not equal and not reciprocal for a reason. It's not meant for us. And then when we find what is reciprocal with us, we find what is balanced with us, we go, oh my God, this is a level of happiness I've never experienced before. And now I understand. Holy crap. I'm done. I think this is your whole reading right here, Pisces. I mean, for God's sake, like, the clarification only clarifies it stronger, and you have the double sun. I mean, that in and of itself is saying, hello, here's your clarity. You have the Four of Cups with the Five of Pentacles. And this is that energy of, you know, rejection is your protection. You know, when somebody doesn't see your value, when someone can't see your value, it isn't because you're not valuable. It's because they can't see it, which means they're not for you. I just read this story, okay, the other day. Let me see if I can retell it. So this dad gave his son his grandfather's old watch. And he said to the son, here, I want you to take this to the pawn shop, I'm making this up, the consignment shop, because I can't think of what the other one was, and the museum. And I want you to see what they'll give you for it. So he takes it to the pawn shop, and the guy says, well, it's old, it's beat up, it doesn't seem to be working. I'll give you $10. And the kid says, okay, thanks. And he goes to the consignment shop and he says, hey, you know, what do you think I could sell this for here? And the lady goes, you know, maybe $15. It's pretty old. It's pretty banged up. Someone might like it for nostalgic purposes. Maybe it would remind them of someone and they might buy it. But other than that, I think it would be pretty hard to sell. And he says, oh, okay. And so he goes to the museum, and the museum gets their curator out, and he looks at it, and he gets his magnifying glass out, and he looks at it, and he looks at the guy, and he goes, I'll give you $500,000 for it. And the kid says, what? And he goes, this is a rare timepiece. I'd love to have it in our collection of watches. And the kid goes home to the dad, and he tells the dad what he found out. And he says, right. And he goes, I want you to keep that watch, and I want you to remember that the right place, the right people will always see your value. You're not too much. You're not enough. You're just right. You are. Right now, as you are just right. You're exactly where you're meant to be. You are exactly who you're meant to be. And the right people will see your value and will cherish you. Strength card, Six of Cups. That's a double whammy of a soulmate that I've seen. You know what I mean? This is a very strong connection. It's a magnetic connection. It's a, I am so drawn to you. It's a vibrational match. And it's one that, you know, may have existed before this life and may exist after this life, even for eternity. coming into contact with something like this shows you how this was not really for you. Very strong Libra energy here. You're getting Justice now. And you have the Hermit, which is Virgo energy. So there could be a heavy emphasis on that time frame. There could be a heavy emphasis, you know, that's September, October, basically, right? There could be a heavy emphasis on those signs, Libra and Virgo. This, you know, Justice, right? I could really go on and on about the Justice energy. I mean, I'm a Libra, right? But I know that in order for there truly to be justice, period, there has to be equality. Both things, everything has to be equal to each other. There can't be a hierarchy of any sort. It's like everything is equal. It has to be based on that. That's the only way for there to be fairness or for there to be justice for everyone. Even if in a hierarchy, you know, let's say you're the king. In order for there to be justice for you, the peasant has to be equal to you. I've meditated on this and I'm a Libra, and I can just say that without true equality across the board, nobody is benefiting. Nobody. There is not true justice for anyone. And there are many, many, many ways of proving this. There's many examples of this. You know, I could really go in on that. But what is equality, right? Especially when it comes to soulmate relationships, because Justice also talks about soul contracts. Well, it is you have met yourself as deeply as you have met me. You are as deeply as I have met myself, is what I'm saying. So when I meet you and you meet me, we are capable of seeing each other's worth and value to the same degree. We are capable of showing up respectfully. We are capable of honoring each other. We are not trying to get the upper hand on each other. We're not trying to, we are vulnerable. We are vulnerable. There is no winner. There is no loser. There is no attempt to win. There is no attempt to create loss. There is only this attempt to maintain this equality, this reciprocity, this energy of, oh, you did that for me? Well, I would like to do this for you. Okay, you know, this is how I show you I love you. This is how I show you I love you. You know, I listen to you when you tell me that you have a need, and I try to meet that need. I do my best within my capability to do that. I am able to honor your value and your worth because I can see it, because I see the reflection of the way I feel about myself in you. You see what I'm saying? That's equal. So this is two soulmates that are meeting in an energy of equality, of I can meet you as deeply as you have met yourself. And with the Hermit energy, this is something that I deeply understand, because I have spent time by myself to a place where I have learned how to be by myself and to be company that I like to keep, and to be, to know what it is I'm looking for and what I want. I have also healed with the star and the lantern. I also do have a sense of hope and optimism about what's possible between us. I'm not coming together with you assuming the worst and having you constantly trying to convince me that it will be okay and that you will not leave me, you will not abandon me, kind of trying to fill a cup with a hole in the bottom of it. I have filled my own cup. I am willing to be by myself, and I have waited for this type of equal partner to show up in my life. Because someone who isn't here, they are in this energy. They are unreliable. They are unstable. They're constantly choosing between love and fear, and oftentimes choosing fear, which has a ripple effect. See the ripples? And their instability brings me instability. So I have waited a long time for the right person to come in. And I know for sure what I'm looking for. And I know for sure I'll recognize it when it's in front of me, because I'll recognize myself in it, really. Wow. Aries energy coming through very strong again. Heavy emphasis on Libra and Aries energy. The North Node and the South Node were just in Libra and Aries and shifted into Pisces and Virgo. And it's interesting because you are Pisces and Virgo showing up here, and Libra and Aries. And I don't know that much about astrology. I mean, there could be like other things happening that are in relation to all of these signs, but it's almost like a passing the torch or a passing the baton kind of energy that I'm getting here. That is sort of really beautiful. With the Justice card being clarified by the Five of Cups, I mean, this is making decisions in the past that you regret. But it is also those decisions that we make, that we regret, that we learn the most from. And that help us to understand, what kind of decisions we want to make to empower ourselves. And honestly, the decisions that we make that we regret, a lot of people will say, well, there are no bad decisions. There's just experiences. Michael Singer says that a lot. Like, go ahead, make the decision. Like, you're going to learn a lot from it. It's better to like be out there learning a lot from it than to just be stagnant, than to give yourself no chance at all to grow, right? So there's this energy of, letting go of that energy, right? And focusing instead on God, the two cups that are upright. I'll just finish that thought. But as I touch this, I am left with this impression of, you have to kiss a lot of frogs in order to find the prince, right? You have to, some people, they fell in love in kindergarten and they love that person their entire life and they're happy with that and they're fulfilled with that, and that is their soulmate. They face maybe other difficulties. I actually know a couple like that who was unable to have children, and they have dogs. They rescue dogs, and they're wonderful and they're lovely and they're still completely in love, and they have been married a very long time. But there is a sadness, that they were not able to have kids, but they found each other early and had each other their whole lives, So, and it's not to say there's always a trade-off or whatever, and I'm not saying like, oh, this situation is better than this one. I'm just saying they're all different, right? And sometimes we look to situations like, well, you know, if I would have found my person earlier, I could have had kids with them, and now I'm too old to have kids, or whatever it is, and we can become upset about it. But, you know, the truth is that we all have different destinies. Our destinies are as unique as we are. And our experiences here on earth are as unique as we are, but also they're grounded in the exact same energy, right? Because we are all spiritual beings having a human experience. So I don't know. I don't know why I'm going off on that tangent. Just take from it whatever you need or want. You have the Hermit clarified by the Ten of Pentacles with the Emperor. And this is someone who's sure about what they want. You know, we had that divine feminine energy showing up, and then Aries, which is the Emperor, and now we have the Emperor here. And so this is divine feminine, divine masculine energy. I want to be able to meet myself as deeply as possible so that when I meet this person, this partner, I can meet them as deeply as possible, and they will meet me as deeply as possible. With the Knight of Pentacles energy, for me, this energy is always about, you know, I may not know what it looks like. I may not know what I'm facing. I may not know everything about the journey ahead of me, but I do know the direction I'm going, and I feel confident in it. And as long as I put one solid foot in front of the other, and I just keep taking a solid step in that direction, I'm going to end up somewhere that I want to be, or closer to where I want to be than I am now. I just have to be dedicated to that energy. Okay, interesting energy, especially when the Knight of Pentacles is still on the bottom of the deck and we're still kind of in the energy of deciphering what it means here in this reading. You have the Knight of Swords, the Seven of Swords, and the Four of Pentacles. You know, this is like, I feel, guarding ourselves against things that move too fast. There's an energy here of, you know, there are those people, right, that come into our lives and they come rushing in, and they come rushing in speaking the truth. You're my soulmate, and I know it for sure, and I'm seeing it, and da-da-da-da-da. And we sometimes, with the confidence in which a Knight of Swords can speak, right, they know for sure their truth. They know for sure what's happening, you know. We will sometimes abandon ourselves and listen to them. We will sometimes say, oh, well, they must know. Even if it doesn't make complete sense to me, even if I don't see it completely or feel it completely, well, I think I could feel it, and I think maybe it's there, and I can sort of start to imagine it, and they're so sure about it, and I've always wanted someone to be so sure about me and to rush in saying these kinds of things that, you know, maybe I can, you know, I was over here sort of sure about, you know, what I was waiting for, but like maybe I can, you know, this seems like what I want. I could convince myself this is what I want, or this is available to me in my life, and this could potentially move kind of fast, or I could potentially go. We've all been in this kind of situation, I feel like, in a little bit of a way, where it's like something isn't quite right, and we know it's not quite right, but like, because the other person is confident, or because they're willing, or because they're here and it seems that it could move fast, you think, okay, I'm just going to go with it. But in some way, we're really abandoning ourselves. We're abandoning that part of ourselves that's telling us, no, you know what I mean? And it's saying here with the Four of Pentacles, guard against it. And with the Knight of Pentacles, you know, people who come in love bombing, they can't sustain that energy forever. So if you move slow, a love bomber is going to give up and move on because it's not gratifying for them, because, you know, you're not falling for their stuff, you know, and they may think that, okay, then you're going to see through it. So if you kind of, I don't want to say drag your feet, right? But like, if you you know, if you say, I just need to go slow, and you take your time, then the right person and somebody who isn't love bombing you, they will be able to sustain that type of energy, or they will evolve and change, but it will still be there. A love bomber will abandon you. Anyway, take it as it resonates. You have the Knight of Swords with the Two of Pentacles here. This is a very unbalanced, unstable energy, obviously. This is someone who, you know, they recklessly make decisions on the regular. And coming towards you in this way with this type of confidence was a reckless decision on their part. They may not have actually given a lot of thought to where it was going, or where it would eventually lead, or, you know, maybe they weren't even thinking about commitment. They were just thinking about the here and now. I feel moved to make this move. I feel moved to say this, and I'm going to do it. And then it's like things happen very quickly. And then all of a sudden it's like, oh, okay. Like, are you dedicated to me? Are you ready to commit? Or do you see a future here? And they're like, oh, I never thought about any of those things. And that's how they bring this instability into your life, because they never contemplated it. They were outrunning their fear. They were like, okay, this looks good. I want to do this right now. It's a commitment almost to a reckless nature of making decisions. And, you know, so be careful, right, with Knight of Swords. Then you have the Seven of Swords with the Eight of Pentacles, and this is just, the more we invest in something, the more we take time to nurture something into life, into being, the more effort and work we put into bringing something to fruition and into abundance, the more we care about the outcome, the more invested we are in how it goes. Like, that's just the way that it is, you know? And with the Seven of Swords here, it's like kind of someone sweeping you off your feet, and you kind of allowing it. You just saying, okay, you know, but when you do that, you're not making someone work for it. You're not making someone put in the effort to invest. And when someone's not invested, it's very easy for them to just carry on moving on, and to make these reckless decisions to, you know, break your heart and move on. And then you're stuck holding the bag. You're stuck, you know, even sometimes clinging to this past idea of who this person could have been, or what it could have been, or what they said to you, and how unfair it was that they led you to believe something that really wasn't true. Well, it was probably as true for them as it was for you in that moment. But they're not someone that lives beyond a moment, especially because they haven't invested in it. If they haven't invested in it, they can walk away with no problem. So, but then we are still holding on to this idea or this thing that they sold us as that they were moving through our lives. With the Six of Cups here and the Eight of Pentacles here, I feel this is almost where, if you have done this in the past, which probably almost everyone has done this to some degree at some point in their life, you know, there is some work here to say, you know, the part of me that's open to this, the part of me that's susceptible to this, I'm putting the work and the effort and the energy on. And when we're talking about Pentacles, this has something to do with self-worth and knowing that I deserve more than like a 5-minute soliloquy about how beautiful I am, and this, you know, sweeping me off my feet kind of energy. I'm actually worth investing in. I'm worth holding my ground for, and saying, you know what? It takes some effort and some energy to open me up, to earn your way into my heart, into my life. And the right person will do it. And trusting that, and knowing that, and believing that, and allowing that to unfold and to happen, and allowing that person to come into our life. Nine of Pentacles again. There may be something very slow moving that it's like you may be actually wondering, like, what is this? Or, you know, is this ever going to really happen, or is this ever going to come to fruition? Listen, I honestly feel like this is almost like a mirrored energy. I feel that if you are in a slow situation where, you know, it's like, okay, someone is, you know, trying to invest, or if someone is showing up, but it's like not really moving very quickly, or I'm not totally sure if they're really interested or if they are, but they just kind of keep showing up, or it kind of keeps coming together, or it kind of keeps getting another opportunity and another opportunity and another opportunity. It just keeps showing up in real life. Or these opportunities to talk, or these opportunities to have some kind of conversation, or it's like, maybe we keep some kind of text conversation going on, and it may be like drip, 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 but there's an open pathway here. It is an open pathway to success and victory according to the Eight of Wands energy, right? This can also be Cupid's arrow. So this could be someone you don't know that's slowly making their way towards you or into your life here. But when they come in, it could move faster, or it could be something that is moving very slow, and then there's like some kind of major conversation that happens where it's like someone actually reveals that they wanted a deeper level of commitment, or that they are kind of that person that can meet you as deeply as you've met yourself, where it's revealed completely to you. Oh, I get it now. This is what it looks like. This is what it feels like. Because it may be that everything you experienced prior to this was some fast-moving thing that ended quickly. Or, there's all kinds of variations on this theme, right? But, when we've only experienced toxic relationships, and then we have something that comes in that's very healthy, sometimes we can think, what's wrong with this? This is different than anything I've ever experienced. But everything you've ever experienced, if that didn't work out, then maybe experiencing something different is what's right with the situation. Do you see what I'm saying? And there is that energy we had of being patient, being willing to be patient with this Aries energy. So it can be someone that's moving very slowly, but what is going to be revealed, or what you're going to find out about this person, is that they can actually meet you as deeply as they met themselves. And they are someone who's very committed. And they may be someone who's kind of mirroring your energy, and they're slow to let people completely in, especially with the King of Pentacles. They may have been taken advantage of in the past as well. They may have had someone use them for their abundance or their stability or their strength. They could have gotten with someone who was very unstable, who was constantly like, rescue me, save me, I need this, I need that. Kind of that insatiable, unable to fill type person. But this is a vibrational match. 6 of Cups on the bottom of the deck. Let's see. There may be a strong conversation even coming in for some of you. Wow. This is the 9 of Pentacles, and it came in reverse, but it came in reverse with this XI, which is an 11. And that I feel was what was meant to be. Like, 11 is a master number. Wow. Wow. Oh my God. There are so many things hitting me right here. This is a person you've been waiting for, or this is the moment you've been waiting for, or this is a conversation you've been waiting for. With the 9 of Pentacles in reverse, this person is like, this feels like someone telling you, I don't want you to be single anymore. I like, it could be like, I find you attractive. I find all the work you've done on yourself really attractive. I see your value. I see your worth. And I know that you're worth committing to. This is something that I feel like has been building up within this person for a very long time. With the 10 of Wands here, this feels like they're actually burdened. They're actually like heavy with all the things that they want to say to you. And honestly, all the desires that they have for you. With the 3 of Wands here, there could be a distance between you. Or for some of you, this can be someone that you are in separation from, or someone that lives at a distance, or, something like that. But it's also, this is a moment I feel like that you have been waiting for, or maybe even that they have been waiting for. It's been a moment. It almost feels like you both want this. Actually, I love the Boston Celtics, right? And I was watching the Celtics play last night against the Dallas Mavericks, and I noticed that Jason Tatum he's the star, or well, they're all stars. It's like the most amazing team. I love them. Anyway, Jason Tatum has the number 3 tattooed behind his ear. And I said to my husband, I am like dying to know why he has a 3 tattooed behind his ear. And my husband said, well, look it up. Look up the meaning. And I said, well, I know what the meaning of the number 3 is. And he goes, no. He goes, Google, what does Jason Tatum's 3 tattoo stand for? And I was like, seriously, you can Google that? And he was like, I don't know, try it. So I tried it, and it came up that he and his partner got 3 tattoos behind their left ear to symbolize the 2 of them and their baby that's coming on the way. Which is so Empress. That is Empress energy. That is divine feminine energy. And this 3 is here, and it's reminding me of that. And so I don't know. It's like, it's almost like, I don't know. I don't know. Take it as it resonates. Let it all come together for you, however it does. I don't need to over-explain things. But with the Knight of Pentacles and the 3 of Wands, this is like something worth waiting for. You know, it's something in alignment with the direction that you have chosen for yourself. And it is something that it's like putting one foot in front of the other in the right direction has led you here and has led them here to this same place, to the convergence of the 2 of you coming together with this relationship energy in the middle. Do you feel what I'm saying? I'm going to leave this reading right there, actually. I don't know. I feel like there's something here that's like, I'm just putting stuff out there and it's just for you to know. And there it is. Let me get you guys some message cards, all right? If you're dealing with a water sign, I missed you while you were gone. Even when our love is broken, it keeps us together. My soul is transformed by loving you. If you're dealing with a fire sign, I'm still healing from the pain. The beauty and pain of our love brings a deeper union. Oops. Together or apart, our love is forever. If you're dealing with an earth sign, only true love burns as deep as ours. The fire of our love keeps burning and cannot be controlled or tamed. What if you come back and I moved on, she asked. If it's meant to be, that won't happen, he replied. Oof. My promises and devotion only belongs to you. The strength of our love creates powerful energy between us. Lots to say there with an earth sign. If you're dealing with an air sign, every kiss brings me closer to your surrender. I surrender. Wow, surrender is a big thing here. I surrender to our love. If it's meant to be, I can't fight it. Feeling lovesick and lost without you. I feel like it's a recommendation to surrender that situation to the universe. All right, you guys, this is what I have for you today. I don't know. I feel really solidly about this. I don't know. I just can say that I feel like this is very solid energy. Take it however it resonates, guys. All my best. Always, always, always. Until next time. Bye-bye.